Hello everyone! It's time for Slime Twow 3B! I have one sad announcement. Known the BMA has quit the game. It's sad to see you go because of different reasons, but it was fun having you. Goodbye. He also had a final eulogy. Birdie, you better win this for me! With that out of the way, let's get to the results. So last time, 9 voters sent 12 votes. The remaining 20 slime twowers, 23 responses. To the prompt, you have just gotten a world record. What record did you achieve? And since we have a smaller cast size, we can do the 1x1 format. If you don't know what it is, then I'll explain. Based on how well you did in the last episode, you will be ranked 1x1. I will read all of your responses. After I read the response, I will say how much I liked it. Then it will start to be ranked on the board. If you land in the green region, then you're safe. If you land in the red region, then you're out. If you want to see what it looks like with smooth animation, then watch Twow 13B up to 23B. Let's begin! Since Joa won last time, he starts the chain. Joa's better response was, creating towers, accumulating multiple objects, nimbly stack them, reaching skyscrapers. This response is a pretty clever one, and it's a good concept, but this idea might seem a little hard to do. But did the voters think so? Eh, 54.55%. A little on the lower end, but we still got 19 other contestants to place, so it's a really low chance that you would get out. Next up is Valorious Cantaloupe. They have 2 prizes in each of the rounds. Can they go for a 3rd prize? They said, committing several felonies, I obtained the most banks robbed record. This was a good concept, but sadly there is a typo, so this might bring down your score. Did this decide your fate? Wow! With an awesome score of 67.53%, you might be able to get a 3rd prize. Third up is Coolest Baguette 021. His better response was, OMG, another typo. Achieved the world record of eternal sleeping. Took my life though. This response is meh for me. I don't get how sleeping would kill you, but whatever. How did you do? Holy crap! You have just gotten the top spot! Will it win it all? Let's see. Last round scraper, that one trash bag is up next. They said, feeding the most homeless people in under 25 minutes. I can see that you continued to do the donating responses 2 rounds in a row. Did it work out this time? Ouch. With a repetitive 45.45%, you are now the lowest out of the 4 contestants on the board. On a side note, Coolest Baguette 021 is safe. Next up is VTIC 11. They said, that record is slapping the heck out of Orange Carry. This one was one of the more creative entries. Does entries referencing the original Twow help you? Let's see. Yikes. With a low score of 38.96%, you are now at the bottom. Valorious has made it into Slime Twow 4. 6th up is Energy Shatter. Let's see if the whole Joe Bag Shatter clan will survive. They said, forgetting how to breathe. I hold my breath the longest. I don't really get what this response is trying to get to, so I don't think it will rank very well. Let's see where the voters placed you. Wait, what? You got a score of 70.91%. You are the first person to be declared safe. Next up is Mystical. Their response was, my record is here because I was near people. Oof. This was an okay response. It wasn't my favorite, but I would just say meh. What did the voters think of this response? This score is kind of what I expected. You might survive based on how well or bad the rest of the contestants do. Joa is now safe. 8th up is X-Max the Teen X. His response was, I got record of being eliminated early in object shows. Now, this could be a world record, but it isn't the most creative. How did you do? Oof. With a low score of 37.66%, X-Max the Teen X is now at the bottom. Mystical is now safe. The next up is the round 1 prizer, Derp. His record was, I achieved peak comedy as I constantly Elon Musk memes. This doesn't make much sense, but does that affect your score? With a surprising score of 63.64%, Derp is safe. 10th up is Memist. What did this book say? World record of doing nothing, because anyone can do that. This is a pretty interesting one. Will it place well? Oh no, 33.33%. This is now the lowest score. On a high note, that one trash bag is now safe. 11th up is Wenny Unibot. Can I just say that this Twow might be the longest Wennybot survived? Can they go for another round? Let's see if they can with the response, I died, sticking to places, and your customers are readers. If this survives, I don't even know what this Twow is anymore. You know what? Sometimes I question what these results even are. 12th up is Fever Dream. Their response was, a mindful set of vinyls that Guinness was too lazy. This was a nice idea because of the Guinness thing, being a part of the name of the world records. Did this place well? It did. With a nice score of 53.03%, you are safe. Next up is Yoshi Boy 720. What did this gamer book say? Well, they said, sang Wayne 1,000 times within a time of 10 minutes. I'm guessing you're going off of Kamikaze's double response prize from last time. Did it work this time? It did. With a nice score of 48.86%, Yoshi Boy is moving on to Slime 4. Next up is Graph. Their entry was, I'm the hottest person alive. No, literally, I'm at 47 degrees Celsius. I know some people might disagree with me, but this was my favorite response of the round. Do the voters also think so? With the score of 50%, you are also safe. Round 1 winner, Kamikaze, is up next. Their response was, glorious gluttony, as I snarfed down several scrumptious sliders swiftly. With this response, will this response survive like the rest of the contestants? Oof. Even though you did tie with VTIC 11's score, you had a higher skew, so you are the first one safe out of the two of you. Next up is 4step_YT. They had the response, my world record is the most donuts stacked on top of each other. My world record is most donuts stacked on each other. This entry is the most realistic than the others. Did it place well? It did. With a nice score of 54.55%, 4-step is safe. Now we're at sudden death zone. If Memist wants to survive, the remaining 4 contestants have to place below him. Next up is Ronfed. He said, first ever dad to come back after shopping for milk. If this response can beat 33.33%, then Ron Fed will be safe and Bemis will be out. Let's find out who's safe. Goodbye, Bemis. You were an awesome player, but sadly, you have been eliminated. Goodbye. Third to last up is Jesus the funny guy. If he wants to survive, then he has to beat the score of 37.66% with the response, I earned the world record for the worst responses ever. If XMax16X wants to survive, Jesus has to score under 37.66%. Can he beat it? Goodbye to XMax16X. You are one interesting competitor. I hope you don't feel too discouraged about this. Goodbye. Now it's Birdie's turn. Their response was, saying the N-word, Ninjago. I'm obviously the BEST. Sadly, Birdie was the only one who went over the word limit, and it was partially my fault that I didn't notice it was 13 words. Did you beat VTIC 11's score of 38.96%? Let's see. Goodbye, Birdie. You are the master of memes in this Twow, but that hurt you in the end. Goodbye. Since Birdie placed lower than Max, Max moves up to 18th place. Now last but not least, You But Better 69420 is the last Twower to be placed. Either him or VTIC 11 will be leaving us today. Whether You But Better's response, which I'm not going to read, beats 38.96%. Let's see who lives. You But Better survives. Goodbye to VTIC 11. It sucks to see you go by the skew factor. You definitely deserve to go farther, but your journey has been cut short. Goodbye. If you're curious, here are the original pages of results. Quick stats time. Baguette won this time. This makes him the third round winner. Second, Graf and Birdie had the most and least controversial responses. Third, 6 people have been rising ranks ever since the beginning. Who were they? Well, it was these people. Now I'm sure you guys are wondering what the next prompt is. Well, it's... you challenge someone to a race and they take off. What will you do to catch up to them? You can send your responses to my alt by May 26th at 6 p.m. Central. For Baguette, Energy Shatter, and Valorious, you get to submit 2 responses. Here's who is still in and who is eliminated. Good luck to the remaining contestants. Finally, I'm finished with this episode. See you guys in Slime Twow 4A.